Hey, Pat Prescott here on the Capital Jazz Super Cruise with my good friend Kirk Whalum. Just finished watching Kirk's show along with BB Winans, an incredible young comic named K-Mac. She was amazing too. But boy, we having fun, right?
I gotta tell you, Pat Prescott, I don't know if this was part of the deal. They said, well, we'll pay you a little money. You play your horn, you be where we need you to be. But the part about us having a good time, we doing that too. So you don't have to tell them. I won't tell them.
Hey, listen, but this is kind of what we do. You
Yes, we
know,
do.
we get to experience life through music, and situations like this are very special
Yeah.
for us. We get a chance to have communion really with all the other music lovers. And I tell you, on this Capital Jazz Super Cruise, there's some really knowledgeable people who love music.
There are people of every walk of life. It just so happens in this case, most of them have brownish skin, but but also they come from all the strata of humanity. And of course, that word is very important to me, as you know,
Yes,
but
I do.
it is such a beautiful thing to see. And you get folks who've never been on a ship before, and then you have other people who have sailed around the world and have retired from being a neurosurgeon or whatever.
Hmm.
And it's just such a blessing for us to be in common unity, to be in community with them.
Yeah, and I think the unifying factor really is the music.
Yeah.
Something you have not only made a life out of, but made a living out of
Yeah.
as well. And one of the things that I really love about you, Kirk, with all the success you've had with Whitney Houston and Luther Vandross and all these other people, and the great work that you've done with your own music, is that you are a citizen of the planet, that you are someone who has a bigger vision than just the United States of America. And I think that you poured a lot of that knowledge of the world and interest in it into your latest project that I would like to spend a little bit of time talking about. It's called Humanité, which French for humanity,
Yes.
and French one of the languages that you speak, and that's an important thing, isn't it? To be
Yeah.
able to communicate with people around, that means a lot to you, doesn't
It
it?
does. It really does. And of course, the language of music is the one that we know it sits above. And we say in French, c'est au-dessus de tout. It's the one above all languages. Music communicates when people understand their syntax or they don't understand your grammar, whatever. Music communicates.
Yeah, they don't even have to understand the lyrics if someone is singing. The music can take them where it needs to be, and the emotion that a
Absolutely.
performer puts
The
into it.
passion, it's all wrapped up inside that music and the rhythm, the melody. And as you say, the improvisation, we express a part of ourselves that communicates with someone else beyond my comprehension and yours. It's a connection that's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, tell us why you decided to do this project, and talk about some of the people that you found around the world to be a part
Yes.
of it.
So you mentioned the word vision and the idea. I read something today. This being, just so happens that as we record this, it's MLK's, the celebration of MLK, Martin Luther King Day, and I read something about him having this big vision. Like you need to, if you really want to get along, you want people to share life together without all these issues. You need to all kind of peek over I'm using my own words, over the hedges and realize that the bigger context, the bigger vision, which is the eternal, will unite us because we'll see how much alike we are. In
Right.
fact, Martin called it, he didn't make this up, but he was a guy who really put this forward, the beloved community. And so Humanité, the beloved community, right, that's the full title of the documentary we did as we did the record, Humanité, is about that connection that Martin taught us and is still teaching us, that it's more important, that greater context, the greater vision, the big love is so much more important than anything that divides us. So the music is one of the best, if not the very best way to pull people into that space where we're connected, and those divisions that don't go away, but they diminish so that we can hear each other's heart and we can see each other's pain, and then we can minister to each other and just do life together. And I was able to do that with all these artists. I went to 8 countries with doing this record, and Indonesia, Japan, Kenya, South Africa, England, France. It was such a joy, and I feel like I am a better person now because of it.
And you got a whole bunch of new friends
I
as
do.
well.
Young artists too. One of whom tours with me. She's from New Zealand. Her name is Andrea Lisa, and she's an amazing musician, guitarist, and singer and songwriter. And so, out of this experience, reaching out and finding people outside of our little world who were doing something with excellence and making them a part of what I do, and then I became part of what they do.
Yeah. And I guess in addition to this great project and getting to hear you do some of this music too, you've had a lot of wonderful things happening in your life as well, in your family life. And I would love for you to just we got a couple minutes left.
Yes.
Take some time to catch up on the family and the kids and the grandkids.
I'm telling you, so Ruby and I will celebrate 50 years of knowing each other. I met her at 15. And so this is the year we'll celebrate 50 years. But we've been married 43 years. And so that relationship is yet flowering and brings me so much joy. And we took our 4 kids, as you know, when we moved to Paris. And, we wanted them to learn another language and to try to learn another culture.
You see another way of living,
Yes, and also to know that we are not, like American exceptionalism, absolutely, alongside Jamaican exceptionalism and and Japanese
human exceptionalism.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that experience of taking them to go to school in another language in another country was so fundamental. And now we have 6 grandkids. And our desire, in fact, I just did a video to send to them. I said, see this ocean? I want you to be here and see this someday soon. So if your parents haven't already taken you, you're going to go with Papa and Mimi, and you're going to see this ocean and know how small we are, but how important we are.
Yeah, it's true. Each one of us, definitely. But I tell you what, Kirk, it's always great talking to you. Want you to check out Humanité and anything this man does because he's just awesome.
Love you, sister from another mister.
Kirk Whalum and Pat Prescott with you from the Capital Jazz Super Cruise. Hope to see you out here soon.